Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for yet another Project Zomboid video. I've had a lot of questions lately about some of the background footage that I've been using in some of my videos, namely asking me what maps I'm playing on. With almost every single one, it's the same answer, and it seems like people really want to play this one. So I wanted to make a video on this and what I consider to be the best modded map in Project Zomboid, Raven Creek. This is hands down my favorite experience in Project Zomboid for many different reasons, so if you find this video useful or entertaining, be sure to like it and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one. I'll also leave a link in the description to my mod collection, which includes Raven Creek as part of that mod collection. You can also catch me playing Raven Creek quite often over on my Twitch stream at twitch.tv/MrAtomicDuck, so feel free to stop by and ask me any questions you like. And lastly, all of the footage in this video will be taken directly from the Raven Creek map. So Raven Creek brings quite a unique experience to the existing map in Project Zomboid. So that means you won't be moved to a new map entirely or anything like that, and you can still visit the existing areas that are part of the vanilla map like Rosewood, West Point, etc. The unique experience Raven Creek provides is down to the fact that it's incredibly urban. The map is based in a city that has already been ravaged by the infection, which gives it the unique appearance of a city in complete chaos. Now, the vanilla Zomboid map has a few buildings barricaded here and there, but nothing quite like Raven Creek. You can really see the results of panic, looting, mass evacuation, and even the forming of settlements by survivors before you that ultimately fell to the hordes of the undead. Obviously, the fact that the map is already in a state of disrepair and chaos doesn't make full sense if you're playing from infection day one, but honestly, it's easy enough to ignore just because the map is so well put together. The map is littered with unique locations to discover, from hospitals that have been completely transformed into a military quarantine camp to survivor settlements built with exterior walls formed of car wrecks and shipping containers. Some other notable locations to explore include a shipping yard full of containers and a power plant. There are just plenty of places to check out in Raven Creek. With that in mind, I'm including a link to a fully rendered map of Raven Creek in the description of this video as well. Fair warning here that this image is incredibly high resolution, so I'd recommend downloading the image to save your browser from having to go through a long load each time. I'm sure I'll get a couple of questions about this next point that I wanted to make with Raven Creek, and that's whether or not the map is partially completed or finished. Raven Creek has had a couple of tweaks lately to some of the locations, but it's fully completed and doesn't have any empty space or areas that clearly need more development. I know this is a bit of a trend with some of the modded maps on the workshop, but Raven Creek definitely does not fall under that list. It's ready to play and seems to be getting updates along the way as well. One thing that's nice about Raven Creek as well is that there's a selection of random spawns, but also some spawns that are dedicated to individual occupations. So if you pick a police officer, you're likely to spawn in a police station, for example, not just a random house. Lumberjacks will often spawn in some more rural housing out in the nearby woodland, and you sort of get the idea from there. Personally, I found this to add a lot of replayability for the map, because you're always getting to see different parts of the map each time you select a different occupation. And the nice thing about Raven Creek is that even though it's a city map, there's still a lot of suburban areas to check out if going into the city will pose too much of a challenge at the start of your run. And this brings me on to my recommendations. I'd suggest heading to the outskirts early on in Raven Creek. If you get a central spawn, you'll want to try and make it to the edge of the city as quickly as possible. I'd even go as far to say inside of your first day you want to look to be doing this. You'll have huge amounts of trouble dealing with the amount of zombies in the city, especially in the center, so migrating to the edge of town is going to make things a lot more manageable, at least whilst you get started and find some weaponry. From there you can run excursions into the city, taking the risk each time on whether you'll come out alive. Honestly, that's sort of it for this video. Those were my main points, and yeah, I know it's not like a lengthy discussion topic or anything like that, but there's some seriously kick-ass mods out there right now, and this just hands down has been my favorite map of all of them to date. The modding community has done an incredible service for Project Zomboid over the years, and I'll continue to do my best to highlight those mods worth checking out on my streams and in my videos. If you have any any questions about the map or recommendations for other maps, go ahead and post them in the comments below. I'd love to hear some suggestions for some I might not know about already. That's it from me in this one, folks. Expect some more gameplay videos and mod highlights on the way over the coming weeks. And once again, a very special thank you to my patrons for their support. I've implemented a credits page just for you guys, and the sneak previews at some of my videos are rolling out on Patreon as well. So if you're interested in that, you can find a link in the description of this video. Once again, thank you if you decide to take that route. It means a whole lot to me. Thanks guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.